Welcome. I am Tracy Hammerstrom from Isthmus Wellness, and today I am joined by Chandon Williams, also from Isthmus Wellness. She's one of our acupuncturists there, one of our lead fertility specialists, and also does HTMA testing, hair tissue mineral analysis testing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for being here. So today we'll speak about acupuncture.
Okay.
First of all, how long have you been an acupuncturist?
19 years, I think now.
Years? Yeah. That's a good amount of time.
Good run.
It's a good run. And so how did you first decide to become an acupuncturist? Why'd you get into it?
Yeah. It's so funny because actually I was a big softball player as a teen, and I had hurt my back, like my SI joint, and I was in so much pain. And the trainer I would see, he would say, have you tried acupuncture? I'm like, I'm absolutely not letting a stranger put needles in my body. And I actually used to have nightmares about it. So I wouldn't go, but I would get massage. So I would get massage therapy, and that would help. And like, I had so much pain. It was like you could stand on me and it wasn't enough. I really liked the deep tissue and things like that. And so I started off in fashion design, obviously didn't work out. And I started, and I really wanted to do something that was more helpful to people. And so I decided to take a year off from college and do massage therapy, because I knew that helped, and I knew that I had gotten good results from it. So I went to massage school, and when I was in massage school, I learned about the theory, and it made a lot more sense. And I remember thinking that, like, I need that point. I need someone to do that point. And so finally, I became willing to try it. And at that time, I know it's hard to believe, but I was taking birth control. I was taking medicine for my back, and then I was taking medicine for my stomach because the medicine for my back hurt my stomach. And I was starting on this whole cycle of like having pills I needed to take every day. And I just thought, well, that's just the way it goes. It's normal. But it's not, or it doesn't have to be. But I just I guess I just resigned myself to it. And so I saw an acupuncturist for 2 months, not just one and done. So I saw her, and I think I either went weekly or every other week. As a college student, it was a big deal, investment. And she gave me herbs, and she did acupuncture. I remember the first time I had it, I was like sweating. I was, so nervous. But it worked. And so like the back pain and the stomach problems I had, they were gone. And then I could do more with my life, and I didn't have to worry so much. And I mean, she did give me some diet changes. Mm-hmm. There were some things I needed to let go of, But gosh, it was like a different life. So once I had that experience with it, then I was like, I feel like I want to share this with other people, because I'd gotten like nerve blocks, and I'd done all the exercises, all the back, exercises and PT and all the massaging, and the acupuncture for me was the missing piece. Mm. So that's when I decided to go.
Very cool.
To school.
19 years ago.
Well, I don't know. That was like 22. Acupuncture is a master's, so it takes a second to get through it all.
Yeah. So how long was school for you?
Well, I don't know. You transfer in with, it's a master's degree.
Okay.
It was a long time ago. It was a lot of classes ago. Yeah. But I got through it.
Yeah. And then you studied herbs as part of your program as well?
Yeah, I did. Okay. Mm-hmm. That was hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are notorious. All right. And so, like when you're treating fertility, how you look at different patterns in the body. Mm-hmm. Can you speak a little bit more about patterns? Because I think that's kind of foreign to most people when they think about medicine, and they think like, you have this disease label.
Sure.
And a story. Or like you have a syndrome, but that's like when they can't fit things into a disease name or something. Like how does diagnosis work in Chinese medicine then?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of my clients just want to know if it's going to work for them or not. I don't think they're quite as concerned if they have liver qi stagnation, if they have wind heat or wind cold. They just want to know if it's going to work for them or not. So I tend to not get into the nitty gritty of that. Although when I'm prescribing herbs, I probably ask more questions. For example, I'll ask about stool. Is it loose? Is it like a pile? All of these things. We're so used to talking about stool. I don't know if I should talk about that in an interview, but we do. But all of these symptoms help us to know kind of what we're treating, because I think where we get into problems with herbalism is like, oh, I'm going to take a bunch of turmeric for inflammation, but it's already cooling. So if you have a tendency for loose stool, or if you have, other underlying tendencies, because everyone has their tendencies, when you single dose or mega dose certain herbs, it can make things worse. And so there's a time and a place for single herbs, and I'm not going to step on anyone's toes. But what I like about Chinese medicine is like, people are complex. And so we look at the family of patterns and we match that with the matching family of plants, we're not just a single way. And so why would we treat with a single herb?
Right. Right. I like that. Yeah. It kind of reflects our complexity a little bit more, right? Like our headache isn't just happening in the head, for example, right?
Right.
Yeah. I like that with herbs. How often would you say you use herbs with patients? Like, does everyone get herbs that you see, or
as much as I can get them to do it?
Yeah. Okay.
Or as long as they're not taking a medicine that I'm like, I don't want to mess with that.
I see.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. But I think, some people don't like the taste, but I'd rather have a full life and a bitter drink. You know what I mean? Yes. So, yes. Yeah. And I think sometimes it's acquired. Some people get used to it. And honestly, in Chinese medicine, sometimes when you need a plant, the flavor, you don't mind the flavor. I've had people say, I really like, it tastes like a broth to me, or I don't mind the taste. I have been told it tastes like burnt electrical components. Ooh. Now, that guy was in a lot of pain, so he did have a lot of bitter herbs. But for the most part, most people, aren't offended by the taste.
Yeah, nice. Better. Do you have any tips or tricks that you use to get people to be compliant with their herbs?
No, it's okay if you're lazy or bad, like if you're a bad student. I don't care if you do your homework or not.
Yeah.
I'll keep treating you.
Yeah.
I get it. And I think, honestly, when you're uncomfortable and you really need them, you probably remember. When you start to forget or you start to not do it, I think you maybe don't need them as much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a good sign they're getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not reminded of that issue all the time.
Right.
Yeah. That sounds great. So one of your roles at Isthmus is as the acupuncture manager. I don't know how many people know that, but Chandon is the acupuncture manager. What inspires you about that role?
I love going on wormholes about all sorts of things. Like even this morning, I messaged the thread about like tick-borne disease and how acupuncture, auricular acupuncture, that's acupuncture in the ear, can support balance in that situation. I really love to learn. I feel like to be an acupuncturist and an herbalist, like you never arrive. It's never complete. And I love to be with a team of people that just can't get enough. And I would say if you're on our team, it's because you're just a student of life and a student of this medicine. And we all just learn from each other so much. And I think that's one of the benefits of being in a group. Sure, we could all just throw a shingle up and do our own thing, rent a room, but we learn so much in a week that I don't think we realize, because we're constantly, well, what would you do for this? Or what else would you do for this? We're constantly challenging each other and helping each other. So when you see an acupuncturist at Isthmus, you might just see one of us, but you might have a bunch of us collaborating on your formula or on recommendations, because I think we strengthen each other, we sharpen each other.
I love that. It's like you're getting more for the price of one, so to speak.
6 eyes for the price of one.
I like that. Is there anything surprising about working in a group practice?
I mean, I think what surprised me the most is just how much everyone has to offer, no matter how new they are or how seasoned they are. I always learn, or even just if they are a newer provider, the ability, like when they ask questions, it helps us understand in a deeper level why we might believe something or why we might recommend something. Even sometimes the massage therapist is like, well, why would you do this acupressure point? And you're like, let me try to explain this in a way that makes sense for everyone. And I love how it makes you reflect even deeper and challenge maybe some of your preconceived notions about how something should go or how something should be. Yeah,
very cool.
And I think I think your relationship to your career changes over time as well, like why you do what you do. You know, when you're first starting, you're just like, I want to see everyone. And then you start to realize, why am I better at helping certain people than other people? And maybe I should focus on just helping those people that I'm really, really good at helping. Yeah. And then let the group take the ones that I might be weak on, you know? And so I think in that way, that's really beneficial too. And then, you know, I think some of us and many of us are in a point where it's just such a privilege to serve. You know, I think in healthcare that you can overcome areas of burnout, or it's like you're kind of cutting back or something to reduce burnout. But I think when you're in a group, you know, you encourage each other and you're working by each other. And so there's not going to be that, oh, it's really late and I'm working by myself. It's like we bring each other up and continue to challenge each other, and just it's a fun environment to be. I think it's a fun career. I remember my dad works in pharmaceuticals, and I remember going to his office to meet him for lunch, and it was like you could hear a pin drop, and I was like, oh. And I mean, I'm so grateful that there's people that do that work, but that is also not for me.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What's the most challenging part of your job as an acupuncturist?
Keeping other people excited about it as I am. I think sometimes I don't always explain everything that's going on in my head, or how I really or what I think is possible for the body. I think there's this whole thing that providers struggle with around creating false hope, you know, and so sometimes I walk that line of, you know, not wanting to be too, like, I think we got this, you know, I don't, you know, so I think even if I feel that way, I try to kind of pull it back or gauge a little bit. I think the hardest thing too is just, you know, and I don't see it so much in our practice, but I see a lot of acupuncturists not practicing after 5 years, after 10 years. And I don't know if I know completely what that's about, but it concerns me that goes on in our profession at times when we have so much to offer.
Yeah. You just feel like society is losing value if we have acupuncturists closing? Like, what concerns you about the profession's going to die? Like, what do you think?
I don't think acupuncture is going anywhere. Yeah. It hasn't, and it won't. But I think maybe it's some of the training, like just because your heart's in the right place. I think a lot of schools assume that you also need to run this big business, and it's like, you know, and I think that's one of the nice things about working at Isthmus is like we can just focus on our treatments, and we have wellness coordinators and we have other folks on staff to help with all those day-to-day things. And I think sometimes when it's just you, potentially there's some burnout of sorts that acupuncturists might be going through, and I think some of the business stuff can be not so fun for the everyday acupuncturist, because healers aren't always salespeople.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. What is your most Like, what's the most challenging part about managing the acupuncture team? Being a manager of acupuncturists.
A manager of acupuncturists.
Are we hard to corral?
I don't think you guys are that hard to corral. Yeah, like not feeling like I need to be a part of everything, or just not taking other people's practice or something personally, or, not involving, like, everyone has their own relationships and their own ways about things, and kind of knowing like what is my side of the street and what isn't. I think I'm getting better, and I think the acupuncturists on our team, just they love to learn and they love what to do. So no, they make it very easy on me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then in terms of being like managing the acupuncture team, everyone loves to learn. Like, are you all studying the same things, or?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think there's overarching themes. I mean, the big things that we treat at the clinic are women's health. Josh is really coming up with men's health now. And then, digestion and pain. Obviously, acupuncture does wonders for those things. So I think a lot of us go off onto side niches around those particular topics. But the cool thing is because we're a team, we go in these wormholes and then we come back and share from what we've recovered, and so we get a lot of information about different things with each other.
Does Isthmus offer continuing education for acupuncturists, or?
We do have some education. We do a lot of education. We do a lot of in-house education. We have providers teaching each other. Sometimes I prepare different presentations. I'll bring in other acupuncturists or herbalists. And then we're working on some other education funds to support education as well for the team. So there's some really exciting developments that are coming up in 2026.
Cool.
Yeah. We have done a lot of continuing education, and this year we all became certified in trigger point dry needling as a team. I think no matter what we see our different specialties, I know like Tracy does a lot of stress relief, GI issues, digestion. She's kind of more of like family practice, a lot of everything, but we all treat pain, and being able to, maybe I work with someone that is on the fertility side of things and their trapezius is all locked up and all they can really think about is this, that's where the trigger point dry needling comes in. And then we still work on what we're working on, but 2 things, 1 needle. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for sharing with me today.
Thank you.
Very, very educational. Thank you for joining us, viewers, and we hope to see you again soon.